if you're new here, my name is Andy. I'm the owner of Mole Candles, and my channel is about the journey I'm currently on to try and grow my business. So if you think that that's something that you'd find interesting, or you're going through a similar thing, please subscribe and follow along. In this video, I'm going to be doing a scent review for a bunch of fragrance oils which I've purchased from Cosy Owl. And in previous videos, if you haven't seen, I've mentioned that I'm currently sort of exploring not moving away from, but experimenting with fragrance oils. I currently use essential oils for my candles. So I'm just looking at other avenues to try and grow my business. So let's get into it. So I have a big pack of fragrance oils from Cosy Owl. So I'm just going to take them out. I can't actually remember how many I ordered. I think I've ordered quite a few though. Let me just have a look. So 18. Okay, this could be a long video. Cool. Okay, well, let's get started. So let's just go through them randomly. Yeah, I wanted to see what this one smelled like, actually. This one's coffee. I have been experimenting or planning on thinking about doing a kind of morning type candle. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this smells like. I like these little pipette things they do as well. Oh, I mean, it's nice, but it's not really coffee. I tell you what it smells like. You know the wafer you get with vanilla ice cream? It smells more like that than coffee, but yeah, it is nice. It's just not coffee. I was expecting a bit more of like a rich coffee scent, but yeah. Nice, but not coffee. This one's called Egyptian Amber. Let's see if I can get into it. Oh God. I'm in. Egyptian Amber. Oh, it's quite perfumey. It's kind of a little bit floral, but not, I don't know, it smells a little bit synthetic to me. This is the problem I have with fragrance oils, is like I do find that some of them do actually smell quite synthetic and man-made. So just something to be aware of if you are thinking about going more towards fragrance oils. Let's have a look at this one. This one's cedarwood and jasmine. That's very Nana's perfume. It's very floral. That's a bit too much for me, that one. Yeah, not too keen on that one. That's going to go in the no pile. I currently don't have any in the yes pile yet. Although the coffee one I didn't mind, but it was just a little bit, it didn't really smell like coffee, which is the problem, unless you just market it in a different way. This one is black cherry. God, it's quite hard to get into. Right. That is very cherry, but more like the sweets cherry. You know, the ones that you get that like the actual cherry jelly sweets. That is exactly what that smells like. So I mean, yeah, it does smell like what it is, but it smells quite sweet for me. Black coconut. I'm hoping this one's not going to smell like sun cream. If I'm getting it. There we go. I mean, it is a bit sun creamy, but it does have something that's taken like the sweetness away from it, which I quite like. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, I just always worry a bit with the coconut one because it can just come across a bit sun creamy. Ocean. This one I'm just expecting to smell a bit more like sea salty driftwood type smell. I like that one. It is very bathroomy, but I guess that's probably what you'd expect from like an ocean's sort of scent. But it smells really clean and not very synthetic, to be honest, because even ones which don't really have a specific name that smells like a certain thing, they can sometimes still smell a bit synthetic, but this one actually smells quite nice. I'll put it in the maybe with the coffee, because I don't love it particularly for my brand, but for somebody else who's looking for something a bit more like sort of driftwoody, oceany, that would probably work quite nicely. Nutcracker. Is this going to be quite Christmassy? I probably didn't think about that when I bought it. It's kind of a little bit coffee with, you know, when you get like a syrup in it, like an almond, or not an almond, a hazelnut syrup, and the coffee. That's what that smells like, those two sort of scents combined. So that's not too bad. I'll stick that in maybe. That's probably a bit more coffee than the actual coffee one for me. This one is bibliothèque, which is library, I believe, in French, if that doesn't, if I don't stand corrected. Oh, that I think would give me a headache. I actually can feel like it's already going to give me one just by smelling it. I don't like that one. It's very intense, like very, very intense. I don't even know how to describe it other than pungent. Oud, that's nice. It's not too heady and it's not too pungent. Like the other one was just a little bit too much, like too strong. That one's quite nice. I'll put that in maybe as well. I haven't got any firm yeses yet though, which is a bit disappointing. What's this one? FWC Sea Salt. I don't know what the FWC stands for, but I like sea salt scents, so I'm intrigued by this one. I think I've got one of them on my fingers. Oh, I have. Where is it? I feel like I can't smell it. I feel like I smell a nutcracker one. I mean, I can't smell it. I can just smell one of the other ones. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I don't think I've got any on my fingers. Maybe a tiny bit. But that doesn't really smell of anything. Teak wood. That actually does smell a bit like a furniture shop, if that makes sense. Doing this kind of like bit. I tell you, it does smell like B&Q. If anybody in the UK knows what B&Q is, then you'll know there's a smell when you walk in there. That smells a bit like that. So I don't really know how that would perform in a candle. Oh, that one's leaked. Brilliant. Try not to get that everywhere. Salted grapefruit. This sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. 1 minute. I've got oils all over them. Clean hands. No more oils on them. Yeah, fine. Right, let's smell this one again. Salted grapefruit. That one's quite nice. It's quite fresh because obviously with the grapefruit, but then it has that's kind of salt scent, which is a bit of a strange smell to try and describe because it's not salt doesn't really have a smell, but it kind of does in like the fragrance oils world. I put that in maybe because I do quite like that one. Let me try this sea salt one again. FWC sea salt. I'm not getting anything from that. Second time, so that's a firm no. Vintage bookstore. Let's have a go at this one. I'm expecting this to smell a bit leathery. Yeah, it's quite leathery and a bit spicy, some like musky smell. I quite like it, but I can't really see that I'd want my room or house to smell like that. So I put that in no. Chamomile. Okay, this one gonna make me go to sleep. Let's have a look. It's definitely floral. I think it's a little bit too pungent for me. I don't know, maybe these would be better in a candle. I'd probably have to try them again maybe in a sample candle because maybe the oils on their own are just a little bit too intense. Let's try fresh linen. Oh God, they're quite hard to get in. Yeah, I like that one. I think anything fresh linen is always quite nice, isn't it? 'Cause it's just like a nice light, clean smell. That one's actually gone into the yes pile. There's only one in there at the minute. Cedarwood and sandalwood and myrrh. This could be a little bit heavy. So I'd go. That's actually quite nice. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. It's got like quite nice. It's got a little perfume to it, but it's not like an overpowering perfume. And I think the sandalwood, it actually dampens that a little bit. So it's actually quite a nice combination, that one. I'm going to put that in yes as well. Peony petals. I'm imagining it's going to be very floral. So let's have a go. Yes, but actually quite authentically floral. It's not like perfumey. It's actually smells really quite nice, that one. Let's stick that in the yes. And then we've got Baltic, amber, and clove. So clove's obviously quite a strong spice and actually could be dangerous in terms of it could smell a little bit festive. Let's have a go. I prefer this one to the other amber. What was the other amber one I had? Egyptian amber. I prefer this one to the Egyptian amber. This one's got It's a little bit, it's a little bit clovey, which sounds a bit silly because it has got clove in it, but it's not in the festive category for me. And it smells like it does have a little bit of the amber is definitely there. The amber is the predominant smell, and then the clove is in the background. But then the Baltic stuff, Baltic part, I don't really know what that is, but I quite like that one. So that's going in the maybe pile. So that is all 18. I don't know if I can. It doesn't say on here how much it came to, but I think they were all £2. They were no more than like £2.50 each, I don't think, and that's from Cosy Owl. So out of the 18, I think I have 3 which I think I like. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the maybe pile, and those are oud, Baltic amber and clove, salted grapefruit, the nutcracker one, which smelled a little bit more like hazelnut coffee for me. And then we've got the coffee one, which smelled a bit more like wafer. And then the ocean one, which was quite a nice, clean, fresh smell. And then, yeah, there's quite a few in the know, but I won't bore you with all those. But sometimes it's a bit disappointing getting fragrance orders because you do have high expectations of them, but it is important to try different ones from different brands, because if you go from one brand to another, what you'll actually find is they will vary. So they'll either be stronger, they might have a completely different smell to one from another brand. And it is just important to get these little sample bottles of each of the fragrances that you're interested in, just so that you can try them. You don't necessarily need to make candles with them straight away, but it's good to just get them in a small quantity first, so you're not spending loads of money and committing to like a big bottle. So that's the video for today. I have got another fragrance oil video to do, which is some samples from Candle Shack. So I'm hoping to get that one recorded and uploaded possibly next week. But yeah, don't forget that I do have the weekly vlog coming out. I'm trying to post that every Sunday. If I can't, if I'm busy on the weekends, it will be probably the Monday that will get posted, but it'll be around that time anyway. So if you'd like to follow along on this journey with me, that would be really great. I'm really hoping that we can build a little bit of a community of people who are actually in the same position as me, who we can share ideas with, and yeah, just some general tips we can share with each other as well, because I think this is always a bit of a tricky point with anybody when they're starting their own business. If things aren't going your way, it's fine. Just keep going, because it's quite easy to, get a bit down if things aren't progressing as quickly as you want them to. So it's important that we just keep going and keep trying. And yeah, I'm sure at some point we will get there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.